everyone, Dark Lady Chaos 85 here, and today I am doing a special collab video again with several of my other small YouTuber friends, and as you saw in the title, it's called Favorite Childhood Memories. So before I tell you what my favorite childhood memory is, let me go ahead and let my friends introduce themselves to you. Take it away, guys.
Hey folks, Gypsy Witch here with Nixie.
Whoa.
From Nixie's channel and Gypsy's Caravan.
Hi guys, it's Sarah, and on the internet I am known as Sarah May.
Hi, I'm Michelle.
What's up everybody, El Phoenix for El Phoenix Rising here.
Hello, so my name is Daniel, but you can call me New Force or Daniel Son or whatever you want to call me. Just be polite, because as you can tell, I'm holding a Pikachu, so obviously that's indicating I'm a very sensitive soul.
Now that everyone's introduced themselves, we're gonna go ahead and start talking about what our favorite childhood memories are. And so that's pretty much all this video is about. So here you guys go. I'm gonna let them tell you what their favorite childhood memories are first, and then I'll tell you mine. So take it away, guys.
Let Nixie go first.
You go first, I have to dig.
Get your finger in your nose.
Look, I have to dig in my mind.
Get your finger in your butt. Yeah, okay, I'll go first. Since I'm probably older than most of you guys watching this, means how I am both Nixie and Dark Lady Chaos 85's mom, my best childhood memory deals with something that has nothing to do with anything electronic. My best childhood memory would be going camping. Geez, I must have been about 9, 10 years old. My brother was in the Boy Scouts, and it was their week-long camping trip to Huntington Lake, California, and it's where I learned how to fish. Dad took me to a little stream nearby, plopped me down with my little fishing pole, set up a bobber and worm on my hook, and told me to sit there and watch it go bounce up and down the water. He said if it went down a lot, to give it a little jerk and then start reeling in. Well, I did that, and I came home that day with 7 rainbow trout. I was rather proud of myself. Delicious too. It must have been one of the best days that I can remember. I got plenty of childhood memories, but that one sticks out a lot because I thoroughly got my love of fishing from then. It was great fun. I enjoyed it. And now to Nixie.
Hi! Again, not like you went anywhere.
Kid at heart. Go ahead, I'll be good.
If I had to pick one, I don't remember a lot of my childhood, so this is a problem. I remember painful things.
Well, how about Christmases?
Yeah, I don't remember Christmases either.
I don't know. Had a good Christmas one year. What about this? Well, I
I'm
can't.
not a child for this year.
You're my child. Does that count?
Childhood.
I know.
My favorite memory, I guess, would be when we got my kitty Simon. It wasn't really supposed to be my cat, but he was so adorable. He was a cute little tuxedo kitty. I'm gonna put a picture of him in the video in a box down here. That's my cue for my editing. But he was a cute little kitty. They brought him home from Walmart one day, and he was just the most adorable little thing he ever saw, with just the cutest little meow. Just
He air meowed.
he was adorable until he would sit on my face and fart.
That's it. That was her alarm clock in the mornings for school. Every morning. God, Simon! Chris is up. Okay.
Yeah, I loved that kitty because he was adorable.
He was a good cat.
He was piffet. Anyway, unfortunately, due to him eating an onion and getting stomach problems, we had to put him down shortly after we moved here, which was very sad because he was my familiar and I loved him.
Yeah.
That's like the only childhood memory I remember other than getting an Egyptology book, which Simon peed on. Yeah.
Some follower of bathtub.
Anyway, that's our memories, so we'll throw it back to, I don't know, whoever Jennifer decides to put after us. On to the next person. Bye-bye.
Take it away.
I don't have a large recollection of my childhood, but one thing that really defines my younger years is having my dad around a lot. And since that wasn't really a thing that happened after I became a teenager, all of my memories of my dad are very attached to my childhood. I can't remember specifically how old I was around this point. I'm gonna guess that I was around 10. But my dad was a firefighter in my local fire service, and then there was one time that he would take us around to the fire station and show us around. He did night shifts, so he showed us where he slept. He took us into the fire truck. Now I know it's every kid's dream to sit in a fire truck and, you know, turn the lights on and all that kind of stuff, and that was a pretty regular part of my childhood. But yeah, we just had a big tour of the fire station, we had a look around, we met all the firefighters, it was a really fun time. And when I was even younger, I think I was 8 years old, my dad graduated from the fire service. I think he had some sort of graduation ceremony in a different city, and me and my brother got to dress up in the firefighting uniform. Like full adult firefighting uniforms, and then here's me as an 8-year-old and my brother is 5 years old, and we just look so ridiculous. It was the cutest photo. But I think that's what I remember most prominently from my childhood, because the fire service was such a big part of my life. My grandfather was a part of it as well, up until a couple of years ago. I mean, it's not a huge story, but it's just something that I like to look back on, and it makes me happy.
And I actually have a few things here to show you I have still got from when I was a kid. Yeah. So, first things first, I'm gonna get this down right now. Pokemon was a big thing of my childhood, and if you didn't experience Pokemon, then you probably just sucked. Yeah. So, first things first, I found this and I still have it today. My Game Boy, I think it still works. It does. Game Boy. It's colour as well. And I actually still have the Pokemon cartridge. Pikachu on. So yeah, this is just wicked. I think I might play this later, definitely. I absolutely love my Game Boy. I loved Pokemon. I still have my Pokédex. From when I was young, I used to collect all the cards, and I was not geeky at all. Yeah. This is when I got a bit older though. I was probably like 12, 13 when I kind of played with these. So yeah, that take me back. I used to watch the programme, I used to absolutely love it. It was fantastic. And I still have some other stuff. I have my Care Bear. I used to love the Care Bears when I was little. Every girl needs a Care Bear, and this was my favourite one. He's so cute. Yeah, he's called, well, I think his name's Lucky in the cartoon, but I've called him Reginald. Well, I call him Reginald, but I call him Reggie for short because he's really cute, and I've had him for so long. My little Reginald. Yes. He's so cute. And as well, talking about things you play with when you're children, I used to have Polly Pockets. I used to collect all of them, and it's really a shame I don't actually have any still, because they're just awesome. Like the old type Polly Pockets, not these new ones. The old ones, they were just fantastic. I used to sit and play with them all the time. They were fantastic. Now, when I got a bit older, I got a bit into more of the boy stuff, and people used to like the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. No, I was Power Rangers all the way, and especially the original Power Rangers anyway, not all these new ones, they're rubbish. But the blue Power Ranger, Billy, was my favourite. I had a little action figure of him and everything. He was really cool, and the film is just awesome. Nah. I'm not a geek, I promise. Now, going into films. Growing up, I grew up on 80s films like The Goonies, Ghostbusters, Bill and Ted, Back to the Future, Weird Science, all of them you can think of. I grew up on them. Because my mum grew up in the 80s, and she grew up basically, yeah, she brought me up on films she grew up on. But some of the films what really mean a lot to me was, generally made me think of my childhood was Fern Gully and Hook. Now Hook I watched, I think I was a little bit older than a child, but it kind of got me into the whole Disney thing. I don't think it even, I'm not sure if it's Disney, but that's when I started to like Peter Pan, Alice in Wonderland, all of it, because there's one film, and that's, you know, it's like being a kid, and I don't want to grow up, I still want to be a kid, so yeah. And the other film I absolutely love, I used to watch it every single day, it was Fern Gully. If you've not seen Fern Gully, please go and watch it. It sounds pretty cheesy, but I absolutely love it, and it's got Robin Williams' voice in it as a bat. He's fantastic, he's great, and I just love the film. Please go watch it, it's good. So yeah, it's in my drawer. And when I got a bit older, I think I was like 15, 16, I got my first phone. It was like a flip phone. I don't think this was my first phone. One of my first phones. And I still have it. It doesn't work. I don't know. Who has flip phones anymore? Do we even have flip phones? Yeah. This is crazy. I love this phone. I still have it. I don't think I can throw it away. I love it. It's great.
Let's see. My favorite childhood memory, I have a lot of memories. I enjoyed my time, you know, I was a 90s baby, and I grew up like, I was born in the city and stayed there for a couple of years and then moved to the country. So I kind of got to feel both worlds, and I enjoy both worlds still. But I think my favorite childhood memories would come from the times I was with my grandfather before he passed away. We did a lot of stuff together when I was little. I was like 4. And I learned, he was teaching me how to fish, how to farm. Like I learned how to grow corn, potatoes, watermelon, squash, flowers, everything. Like I learned so much stuff that I still remember mostly to this day. So yeah, most of my favorite childhood memories, I'm sorry I can't simply pick out one. Because I've had a lot of funny times too, so I'm not sure which one in particular. I will share a funny story. I do not like snakes at all. Me and snakes don't get along. I've never touched one, and I don't ever plan to, regardless of how non-venomous they are or anything like that. I promise I'm gonna try my best never to touch one. If I do, oh well, that's life, but hopefully I never will. But anyway, what happened one day, back when I was little in the country, me and my mother, we used to have a pond when we lived in the country. So we're fishing, and I saw at the corner of my eye a black snake going past. So my mom saw it too, it was going between us, and she turned around to say, "Look, it's a snake." But before she could say it, she said, "Look, us," and I was already down the hill around, sitting on top of the car, like not on, like on top of the car, like up on the roof of the car, sitting there. And I dropped the pole and everything, so it got tangled in the reeds, so she had to undo everything and came to the car. And when she got there, I was like, "Is it gone yet? Did it go away?" Because I was super strong back then. People would believe I was like that big when I was little. So that's probably one of my favorite stories from childhood. Like I just bolted. I don't know. I know the heck about it there. Another time, there were 2 guys that were like big football players. They came. These people used to ask us to use our pond, so we were like, sure. They went. They came back. They're like, "Oh yeah, we didn't catch nothing until your grandpa, thank you." And I was like, sure. And I'm like 5 at this time, maybe 6. That was probably 6 or 7 at this time. And I looked down, and there's like 2 snakes coiled up together. I think they were like mating in our garage. And I saw it. One football player like jumped and was like squealing on top of the banister, and I just closed the door and locked both doors, the screen door, well we had the glass door and then the house door, and just went in my mom's room and sat on the bed, and she was like, "What happened?" I was like, "I locked myself, the snakes." And she's like, "What?" And I was like, "Yeah, they were out there coiled up and I didn't want them, so I just closed the door." So I guess that was helpful. But either way, those are 2 of my favorite stories from childhood. I could go on and on about funny things that happened to me and things I've done and seen, but I hope this helped. I hope you all enjoyed it.
So before we get in detail with my favorite childhood memory, I want to thank my friend Dark Lady Chaos 85 for letting me have an extra day. As you can see, one wall is white, one wall isn't. I've been really busy with just a lot. Life just really hit me in the face like a wrecking ball. So I was in junior high, and one day I was getting, let's just call it harassed. I don't want to call it bullied because it was a one-time thing. But I was getting harassed by this other kid. Let's call him Jose. Just, why not? Anyways, Jose was just really bugging me because I guess I stood out. I guess I was a threat to him in some way. Or somebody said I said something about him. Regardless, this kid was bothering me, and I was trying really hard not to get into it and say anything. I was just trying to do my work and just mind my own business. And the teacher was out, we had a sub. As you guys probably know, substitute teachers try not to get into anything, conflict, drama, any kind of situation in a class that they normally don't belong in, because they don't want to put themselves in the situation. So in my case, the substitute was pretending not to notice what was going on, but everybody else noticed, and that is what gave Jose an audience and encouragement to keep doing what he was doing. Anyways, this guy was pushing me, not physically, but just emotionally, just throwing names at me like it's a football, and anything he could do to just get under my skin. So I eventually got up, told him to back off, and what does he do? He decides to push me. So me being me, I drop him on the floor. And then guess what? As soon as I do this, our original teacher, the one that we have with class every day, walks in. So then I find myself going to the office, I have to explain what's going on, and then I have to make a phone call home. So I'm on the phone just waiting for somebody to pick up. And while I'm waiting, I am just sitting there thinking inside my head, how did this happen? How did I end up looking like the bad guy? And what is gonna happen when I have to explain to my family why I'm being sent home for 2 days? 2 for pushing somebody on the ground, which I think is a little excessive, but I don't make the rules. So my grandfather finally picks up the phone, and I have to explain to him why I have to come home early and why the school doesn't want me there. And he comes up, I have to wait in the office for him to come by and pick me up. So when he finally arrives, the principal is sitting over there just staring me down like I am some kind of bully. I get in the car, we drive home. It is completely silent the whole way home, and then we drive up to the house. He sits there, he turns off the engine, he turns around and he looks at me. And he asked me what happened. So I sat there and I explained to him, and I look him in the eye and I tell him that I did not start it. And then he looks me in the eye and there's no words for about 30 seconds. And this is one of the most intense moments of my life. And he tells me, as long as you didn't start it, you're fine. I asked him, you're not mad at me? And he said, I'm not mad at you, I'm mad at him. And I'm gonna have a word with the school and explain to them that you did not start it. Then I asked him, not being rude, how's the school gonna know that I didn't start it? And he asked me, did you lie to me? And I said, no, of course not. And then he said, well, if the school doesn't believe you, that's tough shit. Because I believe you, and that's all that matters.
Alright, now that everyone has talked about their favorite childhood memories, I'm gonna tell you guys about mine. My favorite childhood memory is when me, my mom, my dad, and my little sister were all living in Illinois. And we were living on an American Air Force Base. We were living on Nellis Air Force Base because my dad was in the Air Force at the time. And so this memory, it was Easter of 1990. I was about 5 years old. And we were doing some Easter egg hunting around the house, just me anyway. My mom was videotaping, and I'm walking around the house in my long nightgown-like shirt, and I'm just walking around looking for these Easter eggs that they hid around the house. And as I'm looking around, I've found all except for maybe 2 eggs, and they were hidden on this bookshelf that had these dragon figures that my mom collects on it, and there was maybe 2 hidden there. And the funniest part about this memory was the fact that my dad was starting to get a little frustrated with me because he kept trying to tell me to look on the bookshelf, and I just kept walking past it, duh, I'm a clueless little kid, you know. But that was one of my favorite memories. I'm also gonna show you guys with like basically a family heirloom, which is older than me, and I've had this thing since I was a baby. Say hello to this little guy. I don't know if I ever gave him a name, but do you agree he looks like he's an angry bear? He looks like he's the angriest bear you could ever possibly see. But my mom actually got this bear in Germany because that's where I was born. I don't know if you can, there we go. You see on the tag there, it's in German. I was born in Bitburg, Germany on an American Air Force base there because same situation, my dad was in the Air Force. And I think like they got this bear while they were stationed in Germany, maybe like a couple months before I was born. But this teddy bear is the oldest toy that I have. And like I said, it's older than me. And he looks like he's pretty mad. Probably because I haven't had him until just recently, because my mom had him stored away in this box of stuff that she was gonna send to me. And as I was looking through the box of stuff while I was visiting her, he was in there. But alright guys, that's it for the childhood memory collab video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you so much to all the other small YouTubers that took part in this collab. I'm very pleased and happy that you guys all agreed to do this collab with me. And all of their channels will be in the description below, so go check them all out and subscribe to everyone. Like I said, their links will be in the description below. And that's gonna be it. So hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up and share it with all your friends. And also, if you're brand new, be sure to subscribe to me and everyone else in the description below. And that's gonna be it from me, so I'll see you guys later. Say bye, everyone.
Bye!
And ciao ciao.
So thanks guys for listening to me rant on about my childhood stuff. I hope you enjoyed this video and this collab. Thank you, Lady Chaos, you're awesome, and I absolutely love it. And I'm so happy to share with you all of my, you know, childhood stuff. Yeah. Thanks. Bye.
Dark Lady Chaos, thank you so much again for allowing me to be part of a collab. You are great at collabing with people. Thank you so much again. I need to get much better at that because there's so many awesome people out there I want to collab with, but I just don't have the time or get around to doing everything. Thank you so much for these opportunities. You're a wonderful person. Everybody make sure you comment, like, and subscribe to our channel and watch our videos. Love you guys. Peace.
So if you enjoyed my story, please give my friend Dark Lady Chaos 85 a big thumbs up, and visit my channel if you're interested in my personality or anything like that. It's okay if you're not, but it will be hopefully in the link in the description below. I don't know how she's gonna do all this, but thank you for having me in it, and that's really all I got. Have a great night and day, whatever time you're watching this. All right.